the fuck up when you say shut the fuck up, unless I tell you to shut the fuck up, and it doesn't matter what you say, because I'm the director.
Yes, but I am the host with the most. I'm the host with the most, and I am not Post Malone. Alright, we're going to be in third person now. Did you guys just hear that sick intro? Courtesy of our buddy at Joe from the main show? No, you didn't, because we don't have that tech yet. But welcome to the Going Dark Airsoft podcast. I am the host with the most, Cole. Joined with me today is my director / business partner / tech man / literally everything else.
I own the majority share of this company.
Yes, exactly. Ray, how are you doing, Ray?
Great.
That's fantastic. A first.
You can't see my face. That's pure sarcasm.
Well, like 90% of the time you say shit.
Yeah, because it's always shit. There's nothing ever good in life.
Except for airsoft.
Yeah, unless your teammates wear all green when we're told to wear black and grays and tans. Sorry. You'll hear some of that tonight.
We'll get into that. And on us with the line again, joining us again, Andre. How are you doing, Andre?
Hello. I'm doing pretty well.
Welcome back to the show.
No,
thanks for inviting me back.
Well, we're excited to have you on again because I don't know, you were cool and you haven't blocked us yet, so there you go.
Have people blocked us?
I don't think so.
I would hope not.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, what's her name won't answer her DMs, so we can't get her on the show, so that's fine, though. That's fine.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I don't know.
Hey, where are those lights over there? Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore the lights in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the aliens you are looking for.
Man, I wish they were aliens. That'd be great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going outside if I knew that they were aliens.
Take me with you!
Awesome.
Holy fuck.
I don't even know what he just dropped.
Don't worry about it. Everything is good.
We're not even 5 minutes in, and the show's a wreck. Way to go.
Oh, God. All right.
Oh, man. But welcome to the show. We are brought to you today by our friends at Sky RC and Hobbies, your only place in St. George to buy airsoft products.
Well, technically not the only place, but the only actually good place that's meant for it.
The only legit place. So go in there and tell Cody hi and buy some guns and some RCs.
Yeah, do it.
We are also brought to you by our friends of the show, our partners, Fastback Moto in Woods Cross, Utah. It's my buddy Ted and his family's company, and they're friends of the show. So if you're up north in northern Utah, go give them some love. If your bike needs work, if you need parts, if you need gear, go check out Fastback Moto and tell them Cole from Going Dark Airsoft sent you. But yeah, welcome to the show. We got a good show today. We're going to be talking about the siege of... How do you say that?
Quezon.
Of Quezon. Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're so white.
Our Milsim
Don't even
event.
care to understand the language before you go to war. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't speak Vietnamese.
But the trees do.
The trees do.
This is true. And so does the Lorax. But yeah, that was our Milsim event, our first big event of the year. Mm-hmm. And we went up north last weekend and squatted up with Andre for the first time, and we had one heck of a time.
Yeah, I was by myself for a majority of the time. I was scared.
Yeah, I got lost a few times. It's a big
did.
field.
It was solid. How big was that AO? Like 24 acres?
I would not be surprised. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I remember seeing something, it was like 24, 26 acres.
Massive.
Yep. Middle of the wilderness. Have no idea how the admins found that.
Like, seriously, I want to know.
Like, did you go rock crawling? By the way, we had to rock crawl to get up there.
We did too. Because
let's get into that in a minute.
Okay.
We have to set this up from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, First off, big thank you to District Ghost Airsoft, who put this event together.
Mm-hmm.
Some things went sideways, but honestly, I think it was pretty good. So thank you, Brandon. The show loves you, and we'd like to give our thanks for putting on this event.
Honestly, an amazing event. Love the AO, love the gameplay. It was great.
Yeah, and thank you to whoever else helped them put this together. I know there was a little bit of help from the guys up north, so everybody involved that hears this, a big, sincere thank you from Going Dark Airsoft Podcast from us to you. But yeah, let's get into this. So, sadly, we didn't have Trayson tonight to join us for this, but
yeah, he was a big part of the whole trip. And he was involved in it all, and it would have been nice to get his insight. But no, he has to hang out with his girlfriend, like a normal human being.
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't even have a girlfriend. Airsoft is my girlfriend.
I'm gonna buy you a patch that says that, and it's gonna have a nice, pretty anime girl on it.
Thank you.
She'll have pink hair.
Those would sell so well.
Dude, right? I know.
Well, on the
trademarks, that's mine. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna copyright that because I need to make that patch right the fuck now. Andre,
I got a friend who's starting a sticker business. If you want to get stickers made, he's your man.
Andre,
We'll exchange details after.
Yes, please. I shouldn't have said that. I need to do this quickly.
I gotta get on that wolf patch sticker.
Yes. All right. Continue though.
Yeah. So let's first off talk about the first day, or not the first day, just getting to the event in the morning. And Ray and I will ramble about. Or do you want
to talk about our trip up?
We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
And we can probably let Andre go, let him get some sleep, or go play at 8:01. Ha! I said it right. 8:01.
Yeah.
And unlike last time, you should have corrected me.
You should have so many times.
You should have been like, Cole, you're an idiot. It's 8:01 in Salt Lake. It's not 8:05 in Cali.
I'm too nice to just correct people sometimes, though.
You have my permission to just.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different
Cut
then.
You have his permission to punch him in the dick.
This is true.
Like, step on him, daddy. You know?
That's not my kink.
Yes, it is.
Please don't.
Every night.
No. Please.
Anywho.
Yep. So first off, with the event, where exactly was this? It was like past Strawberry Reservoir, up past Heber, Utah, like 2 hours from Provo. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah, like Duchesne, Fruitland area. It was in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful, but middle of nowhere.
Like
Yeah.
quite literally middle of nowhere. Like,
no idea how the fuck these people found it.
like Ray forgot to get boots. So we were like, oh, let's go get some boots from like the local hardware store or like the local sporting goods or something.
Hardware store.
And we went to Fruitland and there was
Nothing.
nothing.
Like, oh, apparently we passed it. There was nothing there.
There wasn't even a town.
No, it's just a bunch of random trailers, like,
Yeah.
here and there.
It's a bunch of trailers and BFE and, well, how do people live out here? It doesn't make any sense.
The nearest town's like an hour away.
Yeah, the nearest town was Heber and Vernal.
Yeah, that was weird. That was such a weird area. Beautiful place.
It
though.
was amazing.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
did you ride in with Xander then, Andre?
Yeah, so Xander and I rode in with Yoshi, who's also on Crustacean Nation. So we took
Crustacean
Yoshi's
Nation.
truck, and we ended up going over the mountains as well. And because of that, I have now named Yoshi's truck the Mountain Goat.
The mountain go. Yeah, that was one hell of a drive in, to say the least.
Yeah, and I know they posted instructions on the event page that says, hey, be sure you take this way and not that way, because if you go the wrong way, you're going to go over the mountain.
Uh-huh.
Clearly, we didn't read that closely enough.
Yeah, same here. So we took my CRV instead of Ray's Accord, but we were thinking about taking his Accord, and luckily
we didn't.
Yeah, we suffered through the pain and suffering of having to drive my CRV on the at the speed limit, which is a struggle. But when we got to the point when we needed the 4-wheel drive and the ground clearance,
so worth it.
Yeah.
Ray was legit scared.
I was terrified. It was awesome, but I'm like, there's a fucking cliff down there.
Yeah, it was like, to paint the picture for people listening, it was like an exposed cliffside coming down a mountain on an ATV trail.
It wasn't. It was awesome. It was what the fuck though. It was very like, what the hell?
What's going on?
No, it made me want to make a TikTok video of how most people go to Airsoft, and it's like people pulling up to like 801, like a nice paved parking lot, indoor arena. How we go to Airsoft, freaking mountain goating it over, just because I got like 4 or 5 minutes of video on my phone of just the sketchiest trail.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. We got about halfway down, and it's like, well, we got to keep going because there's no way we can turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. Luckily we met Cody, and we noticed that he arrived in his
Focus ST.
Focus ST, and we're like, how the hell? He's like, yeah, there's a nice easy way.
We're like, oh. So we took that on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, something to think about, if we ever go back, we are taking the Accord, and we're taking the right way.
That is for sure.
Yeah. We're idiots. It's okay, though.
Yeah, we arrived slightly late because
like a nice hour
Ray likes to take an hour.
It was 30
shower.
minutes. It was a 30-minute shower. It wasn't a fucking hour.
Who takes a 30-minute shower?
I do, because we're on vacation, Cole.
We had to get up for an event. So I had to sleep next to Ray, and we get up at 6 when the alarm goes off, so we can get there on time.
Yeah.
And I look over at Ray and I say, Ray, are you gonna get up?
You did not say.
I said, are we gonna go?
It was like 6:45 when you said something.
I said, are we gonna get there at 9, or are we gonna get there at 10? And you turn and you say, you know what I think of that? And you ripped ass and went back to sleep.
At that point, I just would have freaking left him there.
I was like, well, looks like we're gonna be late.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember that?
No.
I look over, my alarm goes off, and I say, Ray, are we gonna get there at 9? Or are we gonna sleep a little bit more and get there at 10? And you're like, you know what I think of that? Just a super loud fart, and he just turns over and goes back to sleep.
Can't say I remember this, my guy.
This guy. Can you believe this guy? Oh my goodness. But we did eventually get there on time. Kind of.
Yep. So, I guess that brings us to Andre. How was your drive?
I mean, aside from going over the mountain, it was pretty good. Met up with Xander at his place at about 6 o'clock, and then I have no idea what time we actually got to parking. I feel like it was right about 10, because they did start a tad bit late, from what I remember.
Like usual.
Yeah, you know, that's what happens when you get like 150 people rolling into the middle of nowhere.
And they're airsofters.
Yeah. So, but it was a good drive overall.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Although I got past Heber and I was expecting like a small town, but there wasn't anything. I was expecting a lot of snow. Were you expecting any snow, Andre?
I wasn't expecting snow, but I was expecting it to be cold because they made that post like the day before. It was like, hey, it's gonna be cold. Prepare for cold weather. I'm like, okay, double layers. It got really warm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pack for. I'm super glad I didn't pack for the cold.
Although I feel bad for whoever camped overnight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, it was freezing from what I hear.
I bet you it dropped below freezing. Probably like 20 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awesome.
Warm. So warm. We had a hotel, but it sure as hell wasn't a nice one. But I guess we can talk that later.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, let's just say in the AC unit in the hotel, there was cigarette ashes in the AC unit, and the whole room smelled like cheap cigarettes.
It was so bad.
It was awful. Delicious. We actually went to the store to buy Febreze because
We got wood scented.
Yeah, wood.
Wood said.
It wasn't
You
too
know,
bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you gotta pick anything, pick something that smells like a wood shop. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Well, it didn't even smell like a wood shop. It just smelled like.
It smelled good.
Yeah, it didn't smell bad at all.
Yeah, it smelled like like somebody just shoved a Crayola down someone's ass, and it's like, just like, yeah, it smells like wood, right? I guess.
Hey, what do you think this sounds like? I don't know what it smells like. Call it wood. Call it wood. Yeah, just call it wood.
Just call it wood. Yeah, this was a non-smoking hotel, by the way.
Yeah, they specified on the website when I booked it.
It specified on the door when we got there. And it specified again in the room under the TV saying no smoking.
Maybe that's from the years of when they allowed smokers, and they just don't freaking clean the place ever.
I'd like to think that.
You're probably right.
But it was
bad.
With that smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was bad.
Yeah. So how did the event start? Because we missed the beginning of the event. How did that go down?
So the NVA side, we were split between our 5 fire bases, right? So Alpha through Echo, and then USMC had their artillery base, and then the Quezon base, and then I have no idea what they used as their hard spawn point. Like once both of those bases would have been taken, I started at point Delta, and very quickly the guys that I was running with, they were like, "Hey, let's build some barricades with like the fallen trees and whatnot." And so we started doing that, but like within the next 5-10 minutes, somebody from Echo runs over. It's like, "Hey, let's go hit the artillery base real quick," and we're just kind of all like, "When did the game start?" And he was like, "It started already. We heard confirmation," and so we're like, "Oh crap! Well, let's go shoot some people then, and stop playing Minecraft."
Well, you see, I feel like that was this theme through the entire event. Was what's going on?
Yeah, that's. I've spoken. Yoshi, Xander, and I. We all spoke about this on the drive back, and the general theme of what could be improved. Because the field was great, the theme was great, the ideas that they were all great. It's just logistically speaking, there wasn't enough support. They needed more admin staff, they needed better communication. Everything logistical would have. If they could have improved all the logistics, it would have been better. And that probably would have solved a lot of the issues that came up.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think the problem was that a little bit, I'd say Blame Pie is maybe 1585, so, or 1585, so 85 was just everything that went down at the event, like the game not going to plan. Like, we took Quezon 2 hours into the event that was supposed to take us all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 15% was Brandon's a busy guy. He's a new father. He works full time. He's got a wife. And then he's trying to take on this huge airsoft Milsim event up north by himself. I mean, there's probably like 2 or 3 people that did help him out, and I want to get them credit too. But I feel like if he would have reached out a little bit more, he would have been able to get a lot of guys to help out, or at least a couple more people if you would have reached out for a little bit of help. But that's just my opinion.
And I think I would agree with that, because DGA, Desert Ghost Airsoft, it's pretty much him.
It is.
For the most part.
Yep.
And it's very hard to plan an event of this size by yourself. And so, mad props to him for being able to actually organize and pull it off.
For sure.
But yeah, I do agree, yeah, a lot of the issues came up during the game just because the analogy that I've been using to explain it to my friends who didn't go is, have you guys seen the video of like the slap battles? And it's this particular clip that I see every now and then of the skinny white dude who slaps a built redneck, and then the redneck slaps him back and just tables the kid. Have you guys seen that?
No.
I have not.
No, it's freaking hilarious because it's like this emo goth kid, and he slaps like the freaking, like the guy was huge by comparison. It was like a pencil versus like an entire tree trunk.
I see.
And that's kind of how the game went. The U.S. side, they pushed us pretty good in the beginning, but then we just kind of steamrolled them, and because we got such momentum, it was hard for them to recover. And so yeah, that kind of interrupted the entire flow. Once we just kind of took both bases within a short amount of time.
Could there have been things changed that would have helped the game, but also continue on the same flow that we were on? Yeah, but with the given circumstances and the USMC side getting real pissed off about us pushing so hard. Like some of them left. I think a good like a good bit of them left after that. And
yeah,
it kind of spoiled the day for us, because like everyone that we had met, like people that were helping out, there was like I met some USMC guys when I was walking back to the car, and they're like, honestly, I don't agree with this. You guys did great. We're having a blast. I'm just like, it seems like the people who came out here that left came out here with a very wrong attitude about what was supposed to be happening today.
Possibly. Honestly, I didn't really have much communication with anybody on the other side besides for Cohen, who was an idiot and bleached his black gear the night before. I was like, you are a derp. Go join the other team. Well, I didn't tell him to join the other team, but he just brought his US kit. I'm like, how do you bleach your gear?
That's impressive.
You could have at least still worn that, because it would have been like a tannish, grayish thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
But he's the only guy from the other side that I spoke to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just... Yeah, that's what spoiled the day for me. It was just like, well, a bunch of people left because they thought that they were good. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the case was.
I think one of the main issues goes back to the fact that there was only really one admin, being Brandon, and there wasn't enough help to facilitate the different phases of the event, or like the air strikes, the napalm strikes, and all those other different, like the special operations command too, and those different tasks. I don't think there was enough people to help those move through the game, because nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I completely agree. If Brandon had some help to split between the different tasks, whether it was the resupply drops, because if people weren't there, they wouldn't have known this a little bit, but we had limited ammo. They were providing certain amounts of BBs depending on your weapon class. So
which was awesome.
Yeah, I think
it was a great idea.
I think that was a really good idea, and I think it went pretty well. I didn't find myself ever needing any real refills. Like, I know some people did, and I know the USMC side really did.
Oh yeah.
Like
They burned through their ammo.
They really did, and that was a big part of their problem. The fact that they burned through their ammo so quickly. Like they had, what is it? They had a nice like mounted LMG that they were just handing ammo to, and they're all on full auto, and I'm just like, dude.
Yeah. The one thing that I will say against them providing the BBs is Xander was running an HPA PKM and it jammed with their BBs.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I was like, ooh, that's.
And
I wonder if that happened to anybody else.
And that probably wouldn't have happened if say he was using his own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's
really
true.
to go with that.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily have a problem, but then again, I wasn't using gas blowback or HPA, and yeah.
And I was kind of on the extreme where like I didn't actually get an ammo refill at all throughout the day.
I didn't.
Because I was mostly, well, I died a whole bunch because like I couldn't see, my goggles were fogging up because I was an idiot and didn't bring anti-fog. But during like the firefight before the refs pushed us back, I wasn't using my MP5 all that much. I was just on my grenade launcher.
I remember
fun.
that. What was your grenade launcher?
It was the M79, a thumper.
Yeah, it looked like it was sick.
It was period accurate.
What
It
did
was
it
really good.
fire? Like I saw you loading those rounds and it was like super complicated and you had a little bit of issues. But what was it that it was firing?
So I was using the tag-in rounds, so the ones that actually detonate on impact, or rather they should, but that's what I was having issues with. Is I had the Archangel rounds, which are the ones that either they detonate on impact or they have a 4.5 second fuse on them, and then I had the Paladin and Archangel. I get confused which one's which, and then the non-explodey ones are chalk rounds, and so those were meant for the technicals. And they both load into this rifled grenade shell thing. But my issue was that the explosive ones, the fuses never got triggered, so none of them ever actually went boom.
Yeah, 'cause
and
I
I'm
guess I
pissed.
never saw them explode.
I'm pissed because I dropped $100 on 10 of them.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's dumb.
And I was speaking with Xander about it, and he said, maybe they weren't hitting with enough force. And I have no idea. I was very disappointed. It's a cool system. I was just disappointed that it didn't work at all.
That is upsetting.
Did the altitude kill you guys? Because it killed me. I was trying to keep up with Xander when we were flanking, and I started seeing stars. I was like, oh my goodness. One, I'm out of shape, and two, this altitude is killing me.
Yeah, we were pretty high up.
I didn't really have a problem with the altitude.
I think it's because we're used to it. We're in the desert, remember that?
No, they're not much of a higher elevation than we are.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if we're all that higher. And I don't get out to play all that often, so I'm probably in about as good a shape as you guys are, but maybe I just wasn't running around as much.
I certainly wasn't. I was running around with the DMR, so it was a pretty slow day for me. I got some cheeky shots though. Ooh,
Well, maybe it's just because I slept like crap.
yeah.
That would do it.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine why either. I hate you, Cole.
I hate you, Ray. Oh man. But that AEO was super sick. When we finally made it
It
out
was.
there, that was awesome.
It was beautiful. The area was awesome.
The bunkers was sick.
Everything
The
about
town was sick.
everything about that area was super cool, and I was thoroughly impressed with what they did. There's not really a lot to say other than it was fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. I especially loved the central Quezon base. Like, you could tell that there was a lot of time and effort that went into building that up over, however long it took them to do that. But it's a good area. The artillery base is kind of just a smaller version of that. I didn't spend too much time around the artillery base, but it was still built pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do on my property. I have some property in Bryan Head, about 100 acres, and I really want to start building some bunkers and like that, and see if we can do some events up there.
We have an idea for estate. Have you played Modern Warfare 2?
I haven't played Modern Warfare 2, unless you're talking about like from like forever ago.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
Oh,
2,
that one.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2. In the campaign, there's a mission called Estate. And we wanted. Basically, the idea is that a task force goes in, kills men, gets some intel from a cabin, and leave. And that's that. We want to do a game that's like that.
And I have a dilapidated cabin that's coming down sometime this year because it's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And so why not simulate that mission? It'd be cool.
Oh, I remember this one. This is where freaking you get betrayed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
at
that
the end
one.
of this mission where you get betrayed. But the idea is that we want to go in. We want to go in there and we want to have like a pretty sizable battle for the estate, and the whole objective is capturing the estate.
That's the centerpiece.
Yeah, one side wants to hold it while the other side wants to capture it, and then once it's captured, the other side can hold it, can try to recapture it. But while they're there, we'll say the team would have to hold it for like, I don't know, some bullshit amount of time, 30 minutes to an hour, while there's a download going, right? And once that's done, they evac out, basically.
Ooh, hell yeah, I love that. It's basically it's like King of the Hill but better.
Yeah, it's a massive King of the Hill, and if it happens real quick,
and it's on a hill too.
Yeah, it's literally
on a mountain.
Yep. And if it happens real quick, and it's just like one side's just able to take in like 2-3 hours, and it's like, all right, let's run it again. Let's switch sides. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be so much fun to actually run that.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be a fucking hell being an attacker though in the beginning of that.
Oh yeah.
But
especially if the estate building is on a hill, that's gonna be torture getting up there because.
But
it's steep.
But the idea is that we want to do that, and we kind of want to run it as like an operations from Battlefield 1 and 2, like Battlefield 1 and 5, right? So it's just like
I don't think 5 had operations. I think
you're right. No, they had something like operations. They did. I remember playing it. But either way, it's basically
moving command posts.
Yeah, it's moving command posts. So you take one area, enemies push back out of that area, they have to evac, and then you push the next area, then the next area, eventually towards the end.
Okay.
So it's either we would run it like that, or we would run it as kind of just like how Kaysan was, right? Where it's just like there's no operation thing, you just go do it, right? Which that would be a little bit better if we want to run anything like how Kaysan was, where they had Russians as well as like who else? Who did the USCN have?
I'm not sure.
They had like two. Was it in Kaysan? There was 2 covert teams. I ran into one of them. I ran into ours.
Oh yeah, we had the Spetsnaz, and then who did they have? They might have just had just like a CIA or something like that.
Yeah,
something Vietnamese.
Yeah, but basically they had 2 covert teams that would run missions, right? And the idea, and I'm just like, maybe we can do that too. That'd be pretty fun, right? And that's kind of the general idea. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are good ideas.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something this summer.
Yeah.
What else do you guys want to talk about from the event?
What?
Everybody should have been wearing their colors, and there should have been a little bit more rigid enforcement of that.
Yeah, it was awkward at times because I would see people and it would take me a solid few seconds to figure out if they're on my team or not. only it was based off. It wasn't based off gear color. You can wear whatever gear you wanted. It was based off like your actual uniform
Color.
Yeah, whatever you're wearing underneath, and it was like, while I love the idea, right? Because most milsims do that now because it makes quick identification easier. It wasn't as enforced as we would hope. Like there was this one guy on our team, and this was the worst. This was the worst guy I've seen there. He was on our team, and he was in all green. The only way you can tell that he was NBA was he was wearing a rice field hat. I'm just like, I'm lucky. I'm glad I can see you're wearing a rice field hat very clearly. But you're wearing all green, dude.
Yeah, I remember seeing him, and I'm just after the game, and I was just like, yeah, you probably would have gotten friendly fired a whole bunch, and I'm sure he did to some degree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did because it was just like somebody's just not going to see that head, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
also,
yeah, what were you saying?
The multicam people. I think there were people using multicam on both sides because
there was.
Yeah.
Because that's like a brown, right? That's like a tan, but
it's like a tan, but people green. Yeah, people argue that, and this is how I usually settle that argument is, okay, if you're wearing a combat shirt, you know, it's the sleeves are the camo, and then like the torso is a solid color. What's the solid color? It's usually tan. Therefore, multicam is tan based.
Okay.
That is my argument, and it makes sense.
While not a bad argument, I also say no. You shouldn't be wearing. If the event specifies that you shouldn't be wearing a camo, you shouldn't be wearing a camo.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Because it makes that quick identification harder, which is not what you want. You want it to be that guy is wearing all black. He's on my team. That guy's wearing all green. I'm shooting him.
Or that guy is wearing tan and gray.
I know he's on my team.
Yeah.
Because that's what was specified, you know?
Like airsofters, seriously. If it requires tan and you don't have any desert BDUs or anything,
go buy something from like
$15 Walmart tan khaki pants. That's what I bought. They were $15. I've had them in it for a year. I've worn them to like 4 or 5 different ops, and they're still holding up.
Yeah, just go buy
those.
Just go buy some bullshit pants. Go buy a bullshit shirt from Walmart, or
just buy the cheap shit.
Or
it's fine.
Or if you want, go to the DI. Go to like something like a thrift store or something, and you could do that. You know,
you can find military camo at the thrift store too.
Mm-hmm. Or a surplus store if people have those in their area.
If you're lucky enough to have a surplus store, just do that.
You don't have an excuse.
Yeah, you really don't. Like we wanted to go up to one, but it was just awkward timing for us because
late.
Yeah, we were late, and then we were waking up too early, and blah blah blah. It's just like, I guess there's just no time for that.
Mm-hmm.
We should have hit it on the way back, though.
We should have. That was our mistake.
Yeah. But honestly, as much as there was problems with it, I think it was good probably 60% of the time on target identification.
Yeah, I was pretty solid.
But it's still way better than the armbands.
Yeah.
Way better than armbands.
Armbands is not a good system unless if it's like something like an indoor field where it's small enough and you kind of know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like when you're at a big old milsim out on a golf course and you look at the dude and you stick your arm up and you point at your arm and they don't point at their arm, or they point at their arm and you're like, who are you? I'm green! I'm green!
Oh, you're green. Pew pew.
We're great. We're on your team. Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Just bang
armbands.
The wall.
Bad idea.
Yeah, unless it's indoors.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Unless you're like there's some AOs where it's just like, you know, target identification. That's part of that's part of the fun of it. Like at games that are like open world, like simulation, right?
Oh yeah,
those
like
big
the
escape-
Radiation Hill type things that
Yeah.
Xander does every now and then. The post-apocalyptic things.
Exactly. It's
I
just
wanna
like
do a Mad Max
I'd
one.
like to think that that's a good thing, not knowing exactly who you're shooting at.
Yeah,
But
kind
that's
of
part of the game.
a story from the Radiation Hill game that I went to a while back is, so you obviously have like your raider or bandit faction, and they're like, how do we identify each other? And so like they started doing a hand sign, and everybody else was able to pick up on the hand sign. So like, okay, we need to redo this. So they took like yellow pieces of gaffer's tape and just put it on their palm. And so if you didn't have a piece of gaffer's tape on your palm, they knew you weren't a raider.
You
And
see,
it's just
that's
like,
smart.
it is.
That's genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say that when it comes to that, if the dress code was more strict, then, or not even strict, it was good enough. It was literally, if it was enforced better, then we would have been fine.
Yeah.
I think that would have really helped a lot of the event.
Honestly, what would have helped more of the event was more staff.
Yeah.
So people, if they ask for volunteers, go volunteer.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay if you don't get to play
one of the times. Like helping out.
Like you'll still love it because you'll be involved and you'll be talking with people and it'll be a good time no matter what.
Or like do a shift. Like
or do a shift.
admin for an hour, play for an hour. Admin for an hour, play for an hour.
And I'm sure that nobody would have a problem with that if there's enough admins to do that.
Mm-hmm. It'll make the game more fun for everybody.
Yeah, because everyone wants to play, and I remember it wasn't a big deal for Brandon, but he was upset by it because he couldn't play. He was
Exactly.
adminning the whole time. It's just like,
Poor guy.
yeah, that's shitty. Why wouldn't you want the guy that organized this whole thing to not play? Like at big events like that, I'm pretty sure the admins do play. I'm pretty sure they are on shifts. Because it's just like nobody wants to just sit around all day and just dirtle. They want to go play.
I agree with that.
Like you'll still enjoy it, yes, but it's also going to be, everyone's having a significantly more fun than me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, what else do we gotta talk about when it comes to
I think that wraps up the main part of the event. Andre, you can stay on while we talk about the rest of the trip, or you can either stay on or leave, so it's up to you.
I think I'll stick around.
Yay.
All right. And give us your commentary and tell us how much of idiots we are. But
Yeah. So let's start off with going.
Oh.
We were told, okay, when I say we, me and Trayson were told, hey, we're gonna leave at 12. Okay. So we got off of work at 12 each. We're lucky enough to work at the same place, and our boss is awesome. And what time did you get off, Cole?
I think I got off at 2.
2. I don't remember leaving at 2.
Well, that's because I tried to get off at 12, and then a dude didn't even show up for work, so I had to stay longer when I planned on getting off at 12. So then we didn't end up leaving until like 3.
Like 4.
No, it was like 3. It was 3 because when we got to Payson, it was like 7.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah. And so we got off late, and the wind was terrible.
And his car sucks at uphill and with the wind because it's also lifted currently, right?
No, it's not lifted.
It's not lifted anymore. All right, it has a pretty tall
It's an
stance.
underpowered Japanese SUV from the early 2000s.
It doesn't move fast.
No, it doesn't. And it's got a 4-speed automatic transmission, which is cancer.
I can say it revs pretty high on those hills, though.
It shouldn't have been. It was revving high, going nowhere, and the rods were gonna throw.
Yep.
They was a gonna throw, baby.
So we were driving up there, and it just took fucking forever. And this whole time, I'm just like, we could be having VTEC in my V6. We can be driving pretty fast with the wind not really affecting us.
Yeah.
A nice solid 90.
Exactly. Instead of solid maybe 70.
Yeah.
75 when it's flat.
Like-
80 when if we get lucky.
Like, yeah, in hindsight, glad we didn't bring the Accord because of that. But for future trips to Salt Lake, we are bringing my car.
For sure.
Like,
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it will be much better.
I can't remember how we got on the subject, but I think it was probably because of the music that I had on. We were listening to the John Wick music,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, I got John Wick on my phone, and I have a, what is it called? A Scotch magnet mount for my car." So what I did is I turned on John Wick, flipped my phone sideways, put it in the magnet mount, and we all watched John Wick on the drive up.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. Because
Neat.
John Wick we all know is a great movie,
Oh, it's
right?
amazing.
Everyone agrees
So
with
good.
that.
The bodies we buried that day laid the foundation of what we are now.
We just kept on saying that quote and saying, was it, took that from me, killed that from me. So we had a pretty good time memeing John Wick that whole drive.
He's the one that sent to kill Boogeyman.
Great movie.
So good. It was just a dog.
So we get there, right? So we finally arrive in Provo, and what was in Lehigh, right?
So we first stopped in Payson to figure out if we were able to make it at 8:01 in time, but we weren't going to make it in time.
Yeah.
And so then we decided to go to the hotel. We went past my old work. I picked up a mountain bike. I picked up a new mountain bike there.
That was a little part of that. Yep.
Yeah, I picked up a mountain bike from a coworker, and that was a bit of a pain in the butt to haul with the rest of the gear, but it's fine.
It wasn't too bad. We're lucky enough that
It fit pretty good.
yeah.
And I've already put 50 miles on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, not 50 miles, like 30 miles. There we go, sorry.
I mean, as long as it's
It's been awesome. Then we went to the hotel. We checked in. I lied to the person and said that it was only me staying in the room, but it was really 3 of us, so I didn't pay the extra.
We said that nobody cared, but it seems like this hotel really did care about what was happening.
It's
in
like,
its
bro,
walls.
this is a shithole hotel. It smells like weed, cigarettes, and ass when I walk inside. You shouldn't care how many people live in this or staying in this room. Like, come on.
I don't know. It was really weird. Like,
Yeah, it's
the
Days Inn by Wyndham in Lehigh. Don't stay there.
does it have like a 2-star review?
Yeah, it has a 2-star review.
I wonder why.
But yeah,
Should have
so
paid attention.
so after that, we stayed in the hotel for maybe 30 minutes, an hour, and Cole suggested there's this place called, what was it? The Grid?
Oh yeah, the grid.
The Grid. The Grid is kind of like a K1 speed, so it's like a really fast indoor go-karting
Have you seen that
facility,
before,
right?
Andre?
I haven't been there, but I've been to places similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta check it out. It's in what is it? Pleasant Grove.
It's like $50 or $60, which is kind of expensive, and I didn't come
Yeah.
up with a lot of money. But it was a really good time.
Oh yeah.
I'm upset that I didn't really get faster than 5th or 6th place.
Wow.
He didn't beat me.
No, I didn't beat
Okay.
him, but Cole got his ass kicked by one
I
dude.
did not get my ass kicked.
It was like a whole second.
No, it wasn't. It was half of a second.
Either way, Cole lost, and that makes me
I
happy.
took second.
Yeah, Cole took second.
Screw off.
Okay, but hear me out. You know, the indoor go-karts, but you give everybody a gas blowback Mac 11.
Yeah.
Yes. Mario Kart.
Yep. So down.
Great. Yeah, that was. So we went and we reserved tickets.
I have
there.
a really bad feeling about insuring that place.
Yeah. But we went and reserved our spot, and our spot was 11.
11:30 or some shit.
11:30.
It's just what time does this close? 12? What the fuck?
It's 11:30.
Or it's 11:15 or something.
And we
like that.
had
a
to
good
be
amount of
up
time.
at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And not a good idea, but It was.
We did it, and it was super fun. Really, really fun.
Yeah. Also, I don't think any of the girls listened to it, but either of the girls that were working the desk that night, hey, give me a call. They're pretty hot.
Yeah. I got a girlfriend.
They probably never heard of this, and if they knew that I made an Airsoft podcast, they probably like me less.
Yep.
It's okay.
So, I need to make that sticker. Well, we need to talk about that after.
Yeah.
Okay.
We found a sick place to eat though.
Yeah, it was. Oh, what was it called?
Strap Tank.
Strap Tank. So it's a brewery that has a restaurant. It's pretty solid. Didn't drink any of the beer there. Wasn't feeling it.
Come on, Ray.
It was mostly because we were gonna drive go-karts right after.
And I don't drink beer, so
loser. So we were just having. So we had some pretty good food there. We all three of us got a brisket.
A brisket sandwich.
Honestly, amazing.
It had bacon in the chopped brisket.
Yeah, but
oh my goodness, it was amazing.
Him and Trayson didn't get any fucking coleslaw. The uncultured.
Coleslaw's gross.
You can't eat a brisket without coleslaw.
I'm not partial towards coleslaw.
Thank you.
Can't eat a brisket.
For living 12 years in North Carolina, you might be surprised that I'm not a slaw person.
That is kind of weird. I think that you'd be like, all right, slaw's fine. You know, I'd eat it if it's there.
You know, it's really funny. After staring at the menu for 30 minutes, we all ordered variations of the same dish.
Yep. I think I
understand it.
Yeah, so I ordered it with fries and coleslaw. You ordered it with no coleslaw and fries.
Yeah.
And then Trayson ordered it with no coleslaw, but not the same fries. Different fries.
Different fries. But those beer battered fries.
So good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes.
What was this place called again?
Strap Tank. It's across the street from Cabela's in Lehigh.
Yeah, if there's one thing I learned while living in North Carolina, it's that brew pubs, and places that make their own beer, they always have the best food for some reason.
It's so good.
Yeah, pub food is so good.
Yeah.
Never bad.
It was tasty, and we are definitely going back there on our next trip.
Yep, for sure. Speaking of which, when do you want that to happen?
I'm
good sometime during the summer.
Yeah, during the summer, but cool. I am not financially stable right now.
Yep, when you get financially stable. We'll say in a month.
Maybe.
Alright.
Maybe.
I'm down.
We need to see Andre again. Yeah, we split up with Andre for the first time.
Yeah, so next time we go, we're going straight to 801.
Yes.
Like, that's what we're doing. That's still going to be the whole trip.
Epic. You guys just got to let me know, and I'll be sure to make sure it's on a Sunday, because Xander runs the games on Sundays.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll probably go Friday and or Saturday and Sunday.
We gotta find a Monday that everybody has off.
Why?
So then I don't have to get work off on Monday.
Ah, I see.
Genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably kind of just book out 801 for a Monday evening. They let people do that.
That's real nice.
And we could do something stupid like, just Springer shotguns only.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Since it's booked out, we can do whatever the heck we want.
We should, if we do that, we gotta wait for our boy JT to get back from basic training.
Mm-hmm. He'd enjoy that.
He would very much enjoy that. Shout out Jaden. Good luck, buddy. We're cheering for you.
The idiot broke his fucking...
Our co-host Jaden tore his ACL in basic training wrestling in the barracks.
Yep.
Is this the guy who's the embodiment of check yourself before you wreck yourself? Fuck no.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Yep, certainly. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker was in there for a week or something. Now he has to start over.
His nickname in middle school
was
Unlucky Charms.
Oh no.
And when we raced mountain bikes together, the amount of times I saw that guy eat shit right in front of me is too many to count.
And I was not part of this mountain biking thing, but I've seen it happen so many times. Like literally every time we go play airsoft, once a day. Like, this man is on his face at some point. We just see him. Oh fuck!
Oh man, I just broke my red dot. I'm so fucking pissed. I broke my red dot.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't fucking fall. I've biffed it. The first time I ever biffed it was at Quezon.
Really?
Yeah, I fell. It wasn't even. I felt like on my back though. Like nothing happened. I'm like, oh, everything works. All right, cool. But that poor bastard. Like first time he fell was I think he had broke his stock, or was that the night before on his car?
I think it was the night before.
All right, so his scar was already broken, right? But he's coming out to play with it, and he breaks a red dot while he falls on it. And
I just really want to see a compilation of him just falling.
Dude, I wish when we start like really trying to start record our gameplay, we gotta do that.
Oh, for sure.
We just gotta put a cam on him and just watch him.
Yeah. It'll just be a constant compilation of Jaden eating his shit, and it'll be amazing.
Oh, it'd be so good.
From his perspective and the perspective of like guys around him.
Yes.
I'm just gonna tape a GoPro to him.
Oh, that'd be so
Watch it
good.
and we're gonna hire somebody just to follow him around.
Yep. And just like, I just want to see him do like all the stupid shit he does. Like, was it one time he had was it a thunder bee in his hand?
Oh no, I don't like how this is starting.
And he let go of the pin, dropped it, it didn't explode, everyone's like, what the hell? And he goes to pick it up and just boom. I have a video of that. I do.
Oh my goodness, this is so
Oh.
good. This is so good. We'll
God.
put that on the Instagram.
Yeah.
You need to send that to me.
I will. Jaden, we love you. You're a fucking klutz.
It
Like,
was
sincerely, I've never met somebody that was so as physically unbalanced as you.
I love you, Jaden. Oh man.
Oh, I want to see him slip so many times in an indoor field
Oh yeah.
because he's used to. I don't think he's ever played indoor.
No, I don't think so.
And I'd love to see him just like take a corner too far, just. Oh, that'd be so nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just slip on a pile of BBs.
Yep. There's a reason why they say don't run in like indoor fields.
Oh yeah, I found that out.
Yeah, like you don't run. It's a fast like crouch, a fast like fucking little. Boost
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about because that's what I do all the time.
Yep, that's what you have to do. You get down and you just like stay really close to the ground as you kind of like just do like a really fast walk,
That's
like
true.
long stride walk.
It's almost like crab walking.
It's almost
kind
like
of
crab
sort of.
walking, but you're going
Monster
for
Squad.
yeah. It's literally it's very similar to crab walking. What the fuck are you doing, Cole?
Trying to get a little bit out of the bottom of the bottles.
Motherfuckers fisting root beer bottles. Jeez, really threw it back there, didn't you, Cole?
You know it, buddy. Alrighty, well, we'll wrap this up now. Andre, thank you so much for coming on again. Hopefully we'll have you on again and be able to go airsofting with you sometime soon.
Yeah, it was a blast today.
I'm
For sure. Yeah, we'll have to get you on again and maybe get you and Xander on together sometime.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
'Cause I bet the back and forth with you guys is gonna be a top episode right there. So yeah.
Might actually beat out
Our Jeopardy episode.
no, not our Jeopardy. Well, good episode. Our last episode.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Thank you, Prime Time, for
Awesome.
coming on. But yeah, Ray, Andre, thank you guys so much. Thank you to Sky RC and Hobby for hooking us up, and thank you for Fastback Moto for also hooking us up. And go if you want to be on the show, email us at goingdarkairsoftpodcast@gmail.com or find us on Facebook and Instagram at goingdarkairsoft.
Specna.
Yeah.
there's a spot for you if you ever want.
Yeah,
if
Specna. If you want to sponsor us, please, please come on.
Daddy, please.
Yes. Thank you to you listeners in all different countries around the globe, and especially the ones not in the U.S.
Our guys up in Northern Europe.
You guys know what's crazy? Do you know what's crazy? Last thing before we sign off.
Okay.
Do you know what the number 2 country that listens to our podcast is?
What?
The Netherlands.
That's so weird.
I know, right?
Huh.
That's why it's like U.S. and it's like Netherlands, and I'm like, there's like at least 12 people in the Netherlands that listen to the show.
VPNs.
Must be, I guess.
Because
but
that's weird.
I don't know. There's quite a bit of them, which
That's cool. I'm glad.
yeah, shout out. I love the Netherlands, so shout out to our homies there. If any of you guys want to come on, hit us up.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
For sure. All right. Well, as for Andre, Ray, and I, Cole, the host with the most, good night and call your hits.
Call your fucking hits. Bye.
Peace.
Perfect.
All right, we're good.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Andre, so much. It's always
Yeah, you're
fun to have
welcome.
you on.
Yeah, it's
It was
awesome to have
fun.
one. We
All right,
need you to email or like Instagram us that dude because I need some stickers made.
Yeah, so let me let me find his Instagram.
I'm working tomorrow.
Also, I just sent you guys a. It is my rolling block rifle that I made.
That's awesome.
What?
That is sick.
Yes.
I'm pissed off. That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Let's see. How do I share this profile? And then let's see. What's your Instagram handle? Or do you just want me to send it to the Going Dark one?
You can just send it to go to
Yeah, you can send it Going Dark.
Okay. Right. Then
I gotta say, I enjoyed the war correspondence thing during the event.
This guy.
The dudes going out to take pictures was pretty sick.
yeah, that he shows up to a lot of events in his UN getup just for photos. He takes some really nice photos
Oh
too.
yeah, for sure.
Wait, are those his photos?
Yeah, those are his
Yeah.
photos. I couldn't find his Instagram, so I couldn't tag him.
I think he's. Does he have an Instagram? I haven't even looked
I
if he
saw
does.
it on his Jeep. He had the Instagram logo, but I can't find After Action Airsoft on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's-
maybe.
These are his photos?
Yeah.
Damn.
They're all on the Facebook page. He posted them all there.
Mhm.
Shit. Alright, cool.
And so they've made posting on the page this week very easy.
We got alright, cool. I think we gotta sign off because
Yeah.
we
Go
got
get
some
some sleep,
Battlefield
Andre.
4 to play.
Yeah, we got some before.
I'm
Andre,
probably
you
gonna
got-
go
you-
dick around in there in Arma 3.
There you go.
Oh, so you do have a PC.
I am a PC gamer. Yes.
That is good to know. That's very good to know. I didn't know you played Arma.
I downloaded a bunch of Halo mods for it, so I'm just like, I'm an ODST shooting random people.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played Arma. Damn, it has been.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if you guys want to hook up on, whatever game, let me know and I'll see if I have it.
Well, what do you play? I guess
Uh, Aside from, I don't play Arma all that much. I've just been messing around with it more since I upgraded my computer up to 32 gigs of RAM recently.
Mm-hmm.
But, I've got the Master Chief collection because, of course, I have to have that.
Sure.
What else do I have? Let me open up my Steam because I honestly have forgotten. I've got Titanfall 2.
Ooh,
I
love
don't
Titanfall.
I don't have Battlefield 4.
Fallout 5.
I don't. I actually haven't played any of the Battlefield games for a long time. You know, I've got Call of Duty, Cold War, and then I do Modern Warfare every now and then.
Yeah, the only thing I play on Modern Warfare now is Warzone.
I didn't even play that.
Yeah, Warzone. That's what I meant. So, I got War Thunder if you guys want to go be tank buddies.
I got to be tank boogie.
So much
Yeah.
fun.
It
It took me like 6 hours to get the aircraft controls right on that game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, you guys. So there's this free game on Steam called Splitgate. It is Halo plus
Splitgate.
Portal.
Yep.
Yes.
Splitgate's fucking awesome,
What
dude.
I've heard.
Yeah.
It is so good.
What else is multiplayer? PlanetSide 2. I haven't played PlanetSide 2 in forever.
I have a friend that plays that. Do you play Risk of Rain?
I don't. That's been on my list for
Risk
a
of
while.
Rain 2, super fun. I couldn't recommend it more.
I've got Guns of Icarus, so if you want to be Sky Pirates.
Okay, maybe. Ooh,
Let's
Cole's
see.
doing something with his butt that's around my house. Alright, well, we'll talk later.
Alright.
Alright, see you, dude.
See ya.